What's going on, everybody? I did something. Got a laptop. Should you buy one of these? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Because this is not going to be your regular, hey, this is the specs, this is what it does, and this is how bright the screen is videos. This is not one of those videos. If you buy a laptop, if you buy this laptop when you don't need it, you could be giving up on something else that you need. Let me tell you my story. I bought this camera. I'm making YouTube videos, right? I'm like, you know what? I'm a YouTuber. I need a good video camera. I bought a video camera, got a nice Nikon, and I started shooting with it. And mind you that I edit on my iPad. Until now, I had edited, I still do actually. I go between the MacBook and the iPad now, but mostly edit on the iPad. And I start shooting with the new camera, and I'm like, oh yeah, but I'm not really seeing, for what I'm doing, I'm not seeing a amazing quality difference. And I'm like, what am I doing with it? So I kept shooting, I kept troubleshooting, and I kept doing things over and over and over, and like it just, nothing was connecting, and I'm like, what is going on? The files that are coming out of I'm shooting 4K, the files coming out were huge, and the iPad doesn't have that much storage. So I'm like, my workflow, the way it's set up, the camera, it doesn't fit in it. So just under the return period, I had to give it back because I couldn't do anything with it. I was a little bummed, but I gave it back, right? Now, fast forward about, I don't know, 3-4 months. I keep doing videos, I keep editing on the iPad, and I use DaVinci Resolve. And I use DaVinci Resolve because it's the full program on the iPad. Like, they gave us the full program on the iPad and matches just like with the MacBook Pro, and it's amazing. You can go back and forth, no problem. Like, Apple couldn't even give Final Cut Pro a legit full program on the iPad. It's sort of like it's like the slim version. I started using the Final Cut Pro to begin with on the iPad. I outgrew that within like a month, and then I went to DaVinci Resolve. Fast forward a couple months, and my iPad, because I'm getting better at editing, adding on layers, transitions, and effects, and all kinds of stuff. And the iPad, I have the M1 12.9 inch, and it's an amazing iPad, but it's not able to handle all the effects I'm starting to throw at my videos. So I'm like, okay, now I have to go buy an actual laptop. Like this computer that you're looking at right here, where I got the computer, this thing right here, this iMac is 2015. This bad boy starts smoking just opening up Safari. It doesn't really do much, this bad boy gave it all it's got, but this is above its pay grade. Sorry, buddy, but what I'm saying is, if you buy something that you don't really need, like if you like, oh, I want the new laptop, but if you don't really need a new laptop, you're foregoing buying something that you might need, like a microphone, like a good microphone. And it sucks because we want to buy the cool stuff, but everything has an opportunity cost to it. And sometimes buying the stuff that we want, it really sets you back. It's like, it makes you like it in the short term, but in the long term, it's actually a disadvantage. To where eventually I'm going to buy a camera. Eventually I do want that camera, but I'm still nowhere near ready for that camera. Everything has an opportunity cost. If you buy something here, you can't buy the other thing. Or if you spend your time doing this, you can't spend your time doing that. And it's just, you have to prioritize things, and you have to think about, how much can I lose? Yeah, overall, like if you're thinking money, maybe not much, but you lose time, you lose opportunity. There's a lot. Like if I would have stuck with the camera and not have gotten the MacBook Pro, my editing would still be pretty terrible and pretty basic, which it's I really enjoy. I'm one of those people that enjoys editing regardless, though. It's just, I just enjoy editing. Like, I freaking love it. Like, I know people are like, how, like, it's so boring. I love chopping up the footage, and you get to create a story. Like, when you chop it up and get to putting layers and B-roll and effects and transitions, it's like you start building a story and telling a story. And that's what I love about editing. And whatever is gonna make you do your thing better, that's what you buy next. not the newest toy that they recommend. They're like, oh, you should upgrade. I did it with an iPad and a 2015 machine to begin with, until I started getting out of my limits. The camera wasn't the problem. I didn't have enough. Before thinking like, oh, I just want to look cool and get this, what do you really need? What do you really need? Because in the short term, you can be like, oh, it's gonna feel amazing, but in the long term, it's gonna set you back quite a bit. So, should you get the new MacBook Pro? Only you know. All right, guys, that's all I have for right now. See you guys next time around. Bye.